It's Roger once again, Mud Fossil University, going into dragon details, and I mean details. I think I have found all the things that they claim to have been looking for to prove the existence of a dragon, and all of the things that they said about dragon wings and all the things this kind of stuff right here, which they say they spit out something that sets things on fire or causes havoc in a number of ways. And that is, we're exactly 1 mile above looking down at this stuff. Now, let's come up higher and higher and higher off the surface of the earth. Now we are at 12.5 miles up looking down. Now, right here is where that stuff that we just saw combusts with this stuff here that is on a giant fish. I know this sounds insane. I do not dispute that at all. But what it is what it is. I cannot change what it is. So here's what it is. And these things have been written about. So don't just start laughing, oh, the guy's crazy. Well, I might be crazy, but that has nothing to do with this. All right, you see all these little things, boom, 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 those are the fish scales. That's his fin. If you come under the bottom, you'll see they have more fish fins like they do. And then that's a fish tail, which all fishes have, well, not all of them, but I imagine, but most of them have tails like that. And they come around like, here, see, oops, come back up there, you little fishy. Comes around like this, comes back up, and there's his head. Now, that stuff that was being spit at him and is eroding and killing him and eating into his flesh like it was acid, because apparently it is some form of a nasty stuff. And we can follow it back just where I told you where it came from. Look at that, boom, 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 all over this guy. And it came right from this guy's mouth. This is the dragon. Now, this is his head right here. It comes down, this is his legs. His body comes down here, and this is his tail. Now, I'm going to show you so that you will have no question in your mind, this is the dragon. All right? This is his head right there. Okay? That's that funny little nose they have, his flary eye. It comes down, and this is his throat that comes down. There's that little flashy stuff that they have on the side of him. Now, I'm just going to come in quickly and show you that it's all completely scaled with dragon scales. The entire length of his body here is dragon scales because he is a dragon. Alright, so it goes down and 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 down. So I'm not going to bother because it goes forever. So here we were back at his head. Okay, follow it down. Here he goes down through his stomach. Let's back out of here. This is all his innards. There's his legs. There's his back, and all the way out to his tail, flashes way over to here. So let's just go way over to here. Okay, that's his tail, and here is his tail again. There's the dragon scaled tail. Alright, now the thing to take away is that this is the runoff, and it is bordered here because he has not been here long. This is the effluent that drains off a dead body. And I will show you that that is consistent through his entire body. Now, it said that was a red dragon, and that looks pretty red to me. Now, up here, you can see at his throat is the same runoff. This is the same sort of runoff. Red and black is everybody in the mud fossils knows red is the arterial and black is the vein blood. That's just what it works. One has oxygen, one doesn't. Now, so here we go up to his head. Now look at this. This is his head, and there's that funny nose, and then he's spitting something out of his throat here. And let's go see what that is. And he's spitting it on a giant fish. All right, so let's look at the giant fish first, which is right here. All right, that's his fin. All right. These are his scales. See it? Now, here's the dragon up here spitting this stuff out, and it hits up on his fin, and then it comes down here and rots the flesh of the fish's body. That has been spit from that dragon, and I will show you, because I can prove this. Let's follow it back. It comes from his body of rotting flesh up to where it came in from the dragon mouth. And it came in here and it is this stuff here. Now let's look at this carefully because it's nasty stuff. Oh, the whole area here, look. Now what that is, I cannot tell you, but I would not want to have it on me. And I think he's spitting that out at me. Now, why is this important? Well, it's kind of important for reality that this actually happened, first of all. But secondly, that dragon has to protect his throat somehow from these kind of caustic materials. So how would he do that? Let's see if we can figure that out. Now, I have been working on the dragon in the desert in Morocco for years now and been showing it over and over and over, and nobody seems to pay any attention. I have no clue why. But it's obviously, no question whatsoever, it is a dragon, and you're going to have to go see it on my site. I'm not going to bother showing it again. But why am I talking about it now? It's because of this blue mineral that they found, and this is just absolutely unbelievable. And I will show the dragon later in this, just because if you haven't seen it, you just can't believe it. But anyway, an archaeologist named Angelo Pittoni went out to Sierra Leone to look into some diamonds, and he finds this blue stone. All right, and he doesn't have any clue about it. So he's looking here. This is he found a blue stone with mysterious white lines on its surface. He had no clue what it was. So he goes to the chief of the tribes around here. And the tribal chief told Pittoni an ancient legend which, according to them, explains why the area was so rich in diamonds. And it explains every single thing that I have been talking about. Every single thing is explained right here in the next 2 paragraphs or so. Now, here's what we got. That's the stone. The chief, Fula, deeply embedded in the teachings of the Quran, like that's a big deal. It has nothing to do with this. He's telling about an ancient legend, told Pittoni how in the midst of time. Now that means that it wasn't in the beginning of time, it wasn't at our time, it was in the middle of time. All right, in the midst of time, God found that among his angels there was a revolt. So there were 600 angels, 2 of them revolted. That would have been in the midst of time. And it was about to break out. Well, he didn't get them in time, apparently, so there's a little discrepancy. The angels were expelled to earth where they became statues. All right, you just saw what I just showed you, statues. And there is a ton of them. There's not just one, there is a ton of them. But these did not arrive to earth alone. According to legend, a great portion of the sky and stars fell with the angels on earth. In the eyes of the natives, this explains why the region is rich in so many minerals and diamonds. That was the dragon. That was the dragon that fell. Because that stone is in the only other place that they have found this that they talk about anyway, is where this woman, Ann Grayson, who I tried to contact not a long time ago, but a while back. I tried to contact her. I never heard anything from her about the reason, because she's in there working on some mining company on the dragon in Morocco. And I sent her, I said, I know about this thing. I've been studying it. I'd like to talk to you about it. I never heard anything. But she had one of these blue stones found 20 years ago. So she takes it to this artifact place in Utrecht. So she took it to the University of Utrecht, and they underwent tests with it, and they did all these things to it. Now listen to this. They put acids on it, and no acid would damage it. No acids could damage it, would not modify the stone. That would be what it would need it to be done in a dragon's throat, or dragon, wherever they shoot that stuff out of. I mean, it's just going to have to, because it would rot anything else. You're going to have something like they use ceramic tips in welders and things like that. You have to have something that will not react to the thing that you're spitting on the other thing, which is acid. There's something they're spitting out, something that burns up or turns flesh into gush, which I showed the fish being turned into gush from it. So it's some serious stuff. Additionally, look, the same blue stone You could heat it to 3,000 degrees Celsius and the composite wasn't even altered. It's like indestructible. Now, so in my mind, could be wrong, but in my mind, I think I showed that they do spit stuff out. It looks very, very bad. Very bad. It causes a lot of damage. Whether it had burnt it up in flames, I have no idea, but I can see it more or less combusted somehow. It impacted the fish's fin with power, let's put it that way, which was written. Now, so we got the fish, we got the dragon, we got the spitting the stuff out, we've got the throat that goes down to where it came from, and I think I showed that looks like the same stuff to me. Now, maybe you don't see the same stuff I see, but I see what I see, and you can see whatever you see, and that's fine. Now, and I think I showed his throat as a throat, and I showed dragon scales were dragon scales. And I believe this is his body. Now let's continue on, because I said this is going to be details, and it might take a little while to do this, but that's just what it's going to have to be. There's his head. Okay, here it comes down. I showed you all his abdominal cavity stuff, which is, that's what I'm saying. Now, he's got to have some legs, I would assume, and I believe these are his legs. All right. Now, he's also got a huge long dragon tail, which I've shown that many times. So let's go to the very end. I have a request. Do this, please. Thumb this up, unless you have some hatred for what I am going to present. Because this is stuff that is not going to be seen unless it becomes, recommended and becomes where people say, oh, this is good. Because I am, and you have to share it too. I am totally shut down, and I'm going to show you, I can prove